To make our wash towel travel pouch, I just purchased a simple washcloth from a dollar store, or you can use something that you already have in your, in your stash. So I just opened it up, and this is very simple. You can do this in like 5 minutes. You just take it. Now, what I like to do is take this tag, and I like to cut the tag off because I don't want the tag in the way. So I just simply snip that off. Now what you're going to do is, and this is a longer towel. Some people make these with the bath cloths. I like using the hand towel myself because it gives me more pockets. So what you're going to do is you're going to turn it up to whatever width that you want. But I like to determine my width by the items that I put inside of my little pouch. Now, to determine how wide to make your pockets, I like to start with, first of all, you're going to seal up the side, that's for sure. So we're going to put a pin here and put a pin here because we know that that's where you're going to actually seal this up. And you're going to do that on both sides. And make sure it's even. So when you line it up, just make sure that where you've got it turned up, they're about the same. And if they're not, it doesn't matter. Remember, perfection is not a must. And we're just going to pin that so we can sew both of these up on each side. Alrighty. So now you're going to take your items that you want to put. So in my case, I want deodorant. So I'm going to put my deodorant in there. And because I want to make sure everything has its own little pocket, I'm going to leave it in there, and I'm going to put a pin right here on both sides to let me know that's where I'm going to sew it. Then I want to put my brush. So I'm going to slide my brush in. And you can put these in any order that you want. And again, you're just going to pin it. Okay, I also want to put in my comb, so I'm going to put my comb down in there, and it has its own little pouch too. Next, I'm going to add a spot for my homemade soap. I don't know about you guys, but when I go to a hotel, I don't like to use their soap. I like to use my homemade moisturizing soap. So I'm going to take that and put a pin there. And you see, this is very simple. You can have as small or as large a number of pouches as you like. All right, we're going to slide this over. So now I have my personalized homemade cologne that I make. So I'm going to put that in there. And it's going to have its own little pocket. And pin it down as well. Okay, and then I'm going to put in my toothpaste. It has its own little pocket. So put the toothpaste there. And stitch it down. It looks like I have just enough room because the next goes my travel toothbrush. So now all of my items are in place. So I simply just take them out. And then all I'm going to do is sew a top stitch right down where these pins are. And I'm going to make sure I back stitch at the opening because that's where all the stress is going to be. So I'm going to go ahead and just stitch those down. When I start to sew them, I like to sew from the bottom up. And what I'm going to do is sew these edges up first. And then I'll come back and sew the other sections. So now when you get to the end of the section, I'm using white thread so you can see this. But when you get to the end, you want to back stitch multiple times because, like I said, that's where the tension is. So now I'm just going to go ahead and sew all of the rest of my little pockets. Now all your pockets are sewn, and as you can see, there's different sizes, so that kind of gives you an idea. And you can alternate the sizes. So you simply just take all of your items and just put them back down inside of your pouches. As you notice, I changed the position of where I had everything because it worked. And here's the beautiful part about this. You just simply roll this up. And now you're ready to go. And you have everything that you need. And you just put this down in your bag. And what I like about this is that you can actually take this and throw it in the wash. And when you put it in the wash, It's just like washing a regular towel, and everything stays nice and neat, and you don't have to worry about it being dirty when you want to travel. So I hope that you guys will try this project, and I hope this has been helpful on how to make the hand towel travel pouch. Happy sewing!